Okay, our third worksheet is where we might want to scale up one of our equations, okay? So you can see we've got the equation 3x minus y equals 5 and x plus 3y equals negative 20. Now, I've chosen to multiply the first equation by 3, but I could equally have done the same thing with the second equation because it would give me two equivalent values, okay? And that's what we're trying to do. Remember, with elimination, we want to eliminate one of these values. So what I'm really going to do now is, to keep things nice and neat, I'm going to rewrite this first equation, but I'm going to multiply it all by 3. So I'm going to have 3x, times by 3 is 9x. 3 lots of negative y is negative 3y. And 3 lots of 5 is 15. So the second equation, b, that's going to stay exactly as it originally was. But now hopefully you can see that we've got two equivalent size values, okay? So we've got a 3y and a second 3y. Again, I've got to check to see if we've got the same signs, in which case I would subtract. But this one is a positive and a negative, so actually we're not going to use that method. We might have to add our two value or two equations. So I've got 9y plus, sorry, that's a 9x. 9x plus x is 10x. I've got 3y and then added to a negative 3y. They eliminate. That's the whole purpose of this. And then I've got 15 added to negative 20, and that gives me negative 5. Okay, so, sorry, 10x. I've forgotten the x. So if I divide by 10 now, I can find that x is equal to negative 5 over 10, which is the same as saying negative 1/2 or negative 0.5. Okay, now I've got one of those solutions. I need to go and substitute it into one of the original equations, okay? So I'm actually going to go with A, okay? So I'm going to pop it into A. I'm going to do 3 times by negative 1/2 minus whatever y is should equal 5. And then I'm going to find out what y must be in this case. So 3 lots of negative 1/2 is negative 1.5 minus whatever y is equals 5. So if I add the 1.5 to both sides, I can find that negative y is equal to 6.5. So y must be equal to negative 6.5. Okay, remember, we must always check to make sure that we get the right answer with the second equation, which is b. So for b, I should have a negative 1/2, 0.5, plus 3 lots of negative 6.5, which would give me negative 19.5. Sorry, I've written one as a half and one as a decimal there, apologies. So really that's negative 0.5 plus negative, sorry, that should be a negative, minus and a further 9.5, and that does equal negative 20, which means we know that we've got our equation correct. Okay, best of luck having a go at one where we have to scale up at least one of those equations. Okay.